For most of human history, firewood wasn't a luxury or a chore. It wasn't a cosy weekend project or a background element of your home's aesthetic. Firewood was survival. When it failed, people froze. Entire families planned their years around cutting, stacking and storing wood, because honestly, a single misstep could mean illness, starvation or death. Winters in Scandinavia, the Alps and Central Europe could drop below -30°C, and homes offered no insulation beyond raw timber walls. Drafts blew through every gap, snow piled against doorways, and the cold was, well, relentless. Yet somehow medieval households kept fires burning clean, hot, and reliably from the first frost of the final thaw to the thaw of spring. There were no moisture meters, no kilns, no tarps of plastic. Their knowledge wasn't theory, it was life itself. If you're watching this video, take a moment to support the channel. Like this video, share it with anyone who burns wood for heat, and drop a comment about your own firewood struggles. Subscribe to Warcraft Survival if you want more deep dives into forgotten survival knowledge that actually mattered when failure wasn't an option. Now, let's get into why your firewood keeps letting you down, and how you can fix it using methods refined over centuries. Modern firewood storage is almost perfectly designed to fail. Most people cut wood in the spring, stack it neatly outdoors, elevate it slightly, throw a tarp over the top, and trust time to do the rest. The truth is that time alone will not dry wood. Wood is hygroscopic. It absorbs moisture from the air as easily as it releases it. Rain is not the only enemy. Ground moisture, humidity, condensation at night, and trapped air around the logs all conspire to keep your firewood too wet to burn efficiently. University tests have repeatedly shown that even after a full year outdoors, wood stored under a tarp often remains above 25% moisture. That's far too high for clean, effective burning. When firewood is too wet, the effects are immediate and, well, brutal. Fires hiss and sputter, heat output is weak, smoke thickens, and creosote lines your chimney. You spend more wood, more time, and risk chimney fires. A log with 30% moisture delivers roughly a quarter less usable heat than fully seasoned wood. Medieval farmers could not afford such inefficiency. Their lives depended on precision, not luck. Across northern and central Europe, medieval firewood storage reflected the same careful engineering as their homes. Archaeological evidence shows that wood was rarely stored far from living spaces. In Norway, logs were stacked vertically against house walls, leaning slightly inward. Only the top of the stack was covered with bark slabs or rough planks. The sides remained open to airflow. In Germany, circular wood stacks called Holdhausen were designed to shed rain while maximizing airflow through the center of the stack. Heat leaking from living spaces created a stable microclimate that promoted steady drying. Airflow carried moisture away, while extended roof lines protected the wood from precipitation. The science is straightforward yet unforgiving. Freshly cut wood can contain more water than wood fibre itself. For a fire to burn clean and hot, moisture must be below 20%, ideally around 15%. Drying occurs only when moist air surrounding the wood is continually replaced with drier air. Sunlight helps, but ventilation matters far more. Protection from precipitation matters more than exposure. Medieval storage methods balanced warmth, air movement and shelter so efficiently that wood dried steadily, even in the dead of winter. Medieval farmers also understood species differences. Dense woods, like oak, required more heat and careful placement, while faster-drying species were stacked for early use. Dryness was judged by weight, sound, and visual cracks, not guesswork or folklore. This knowledge was honed over generations under life-or-death pressures. After World War II, this expertise vanished. Electricity, gas and oil replaced wood heat. Firewood became decorative. When wood stoves returned during energy crises, the know-how was gone, replaced by simplified advice that rarely works. Applying these principles today does not require a medieval longhouse. A lean-to attached to your house, garage or barn can replicate the same conditions. One shared wall, open front, ventilated sides and a sloped roof are all that's needed. Elevate the wood, leave a gap between it and the wall, and allow air to circulate freely. If attachment isn't possible, covered porches, balconies, or freestanding Holderson-style stacks work just as well. The structure itself matters less than understanding why it works. Dry firewood was never a matter of luck. It was survival, engineered carefully by people who had no other choice. Even in today's modern world, following these medieval lessons will transform your wood burning. Fires will ignite on the first try, heat output will increase, and smoke will disappear. You will waste fewer logs and spend less time battling inefficient fires. Medieval farmers survived winters that would break modern households because they understood the science of wood, airflow and warmth, a knowledge we can reclaim without building a castle. If this guide has helped you rethink the way you store and burn wood, don't forget to subscribe to Warcraft Survival. Share this video with anyone who burns wood and wants to stay warm the smart way. Comment with your own firewood stories. This knowledge was written in frost and fire for a reason. Let's keep it alive.